Well, here we are at the Regent Theater in Los Angeles, California, and it's the 5th and final season of Queer as Folk. We're right here on the red carpet bringing you the best of what's happening here tonight, so stay tuned right here on Out of the Closet TV. We've got Peter Page here who plays Emmett on Queer as Folk, and last night as I was going to bed knowing I'd be here tomorrow, I actually got sad because this is the final season of Queer as Folk, but I was excited to get to talk to you and just hear your thoughts of, you know, what are you thinking going in, knowing that the world's about to see this final season, and what are you hoping people remember about you and your participation in this?
That's a big question. I mean, for us, you know, we finished over a month ago, so I made my peace with letting go of the people and things like that, which was hard and fun, and I mean, it's such a privileged experience. We were surrounded by such extraordinary people. In terms of what I want people to remember about my participation in this, I will be proud of this until the end of my days. You know, I feel like I did something right by doing this. I know I made a difference in people's lives. So
millions of people's perceptions of gay people for 100 years, people are going to reflect back on Queer as Folk on DVD.
So thanks for saying that.
Millions of lives.
Thanks. I hope so. The thing I will never forget is like the 16-year-old who stopped me on the street and said, "I came out to my family because of you." That, you know.
And to your fans, you would want to say what?
Thanks for being there. Thanks for being a part of the ride, because without you, we're nothing. And I feel really, really fortunate to have been part of it.
And a website that they can find you on?
PeterPage.net. Health food.
Well, we want to talk to you and thank you, first of all, for creating something that's changed the way the world sees gays and lesbians. I know that's a big statement, but it's true. And I just wanted to hear a little bit about why you created Queer as Folk and what you want people to remember about these last 5 years. A profound moment.
That's a very profound moment. Well, what I hope people take away from the show is that they saw gay people as full, complete human beings. Not as eunuchs or clowns, as they're usually portrayed on TV, but as people who have sex lives, who have complicated relationships, personalities, that they're not just there for the laughs or to suffer from a disease or to kill themselves, that they're actually real people, and in certain ways like everyone else, and in certain ways not like everybody else, but you know, diversity is supposed to be part of our country, and that we should all have the same rights. So I think I hopefully accomplish seeing gay people as people, not just as gay, or what they think is gay. They don't really know, but is this making any sense?
Yeah, it's making complete sense.
So.
And what I want to know is, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, when you reflect back on this, what is one of the most, the biggest memory or the most important moment that you've had doing this type of advocate work, really?
I think the thing that has touched me the most is when some young man or woman writes to us and says, I saw your show and I had the courage to come out to my parents, or I saw your show and I hired a lawyer to sue my school because they wouldn't do anything to protect me, which we've gotten, these letters. And I mean, nothing means more than hearing a young gay person stand up for themselves and defend themselves, fight for their rights and their dignity. I mean, nothing else means more than that. So that's what I'll remember.
So you created possibility for millions of people in lots of ways I'm sure you'll never even realize, both men and women in the world. Thank you for doing that.
Thank
you. Is there anything that you plan to do next after this? Something else, some other...
Well, Dan and I originally met working in the theater. We were playwrights in New York, and I'd like to go back and write a play.
Queer as Folk the musical?
Oh, yeah. Just queer.
It's just queer.
It's just got to be queer in an explanation point, right? No, I don't know. We would like to write for the theater again. I think that's our next dream come true, hopefully.
Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing what you have in store for the 5th season. Ron Cowan, executive producer of Queer as Folk, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We've got Justin from Queer as Folk, Randy Harrison. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. I'm Ted from Out of the Closet TV.
Good.
Great job with your character. I mean, we've seen you grow up right in front of our eyes.
I know.
So what are you thinking going into this screening of your last season?
I'm thinking it's over. I don't know. It's too many things to really calculate and differentiate everything I'm feeling. I'm saying goodbye to the entire cast right now. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever be together again like this, so I'm excited.
What do you have to say to your fans?
Enjoy the last season. I hope it's enough for you because it's all you're getting.
And where can they learn more about you online? You have a fan club website?
No, nothing official, no. In
Come
fact,
on, you
most
guys.
that you find online is not true.
Really?
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of, yeah.
A lot of BS?
A lot of, things that people accumulate from various inaccurate sources. And
What's one thing you've learned being a part of this group?
Oh,
Main theme.
main theme? Oh, I can't boil it
Too
down
big.
to that. Yeah, a lot of little things more than any large, gigantic thing.
So what's it feel like to be like one of the sexiest people to gays and lesbians all across the world? I mean, that must be like a total, I don't know if it's a thrill to you or not.
Honestly, I don't feel it. I mean, I mean, I don't know if it's true, but if you say it's not
Come
something,
on.
it's not
like-
something you feel on a day-to-day level or ever really notice hanging out with dear friends
You're in
and
the most
going to work.
popular gay relationship in the entire world.
Is it?
Name
Maybe.
One, name one more popular.
I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly. And name two cuter people in a relationship.
We're not really in it. Yeah, it's. I mean,
Yeah, see, you're just take it in. Well, thank you for the difference you made.
Oh.
And we look forward to that final season.
thank you. Enjoy it. It's a good one.
Keep interviewing you, Ted from Out of the Closet TV. How are you?
How are you?
I'm
I'm
great.
good, thanks.
We've got Melanie or Michelle Clooney from Queer as Folk. Really quick.
Yeah.
Going into this theater.
Yeah.
Saying goodbye to your cast. What would you say if you were saying goodbye to your fans?
Oh. Well, I mean, the fans have been there for us throughout the entire show. I mean, thank you so much, because we didn't even think this show was going to make it on the air. And then it did make it on the air. I'm getting chills right now. And then you embraced us so passionately, and it gave us the confidence to keep on going, and also gave us the ratings to keep on going. So thank you so much. And as much as maybe you learned from it, I think we learned a lot too about loving ourselves and loving each other more. So I think everyone's had a journey with this show, and it just doesn't happen in a box. It happens in the physical world, and thank you so much. It's been a great ride.
Sharon Les, how are you? I'm Ted Trent. Can I just give you a neck hug? This is Debbie, the world's famous mom.
Famous hugger.
I mean, I gotta tell you, just as a gay man, you are what every gay man wants his mother to be like. How did you do that?
I just got to say those gorgeous words, or those dirty words, or whatever it is that.
But you work
I have
from in
diamond
here.
mouth on the show.
You work from in there, your
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah,
From
I
a
do.
place that, in my opinion, has moved millions of people to a place of understanding. Just give us a little insight. You had to do some kind of character study, or are you just that loving of a mommy?
I had a loving mom. I had this amazing, amazing mom who functioned solely from here, and I remembered what it was like being loved by her. No one ever lit up like my mom when I walked in her room. And when she died, I remember thinking, no one will ever look like that again when I walk in a room. But I said, I remember that, and so I'm going to do that with Michael, my son, on this show. That's how I'm going to love him the way I was loved. And then it sort of transferred to all the boys.
I just standing there thinking of how incredible of a character you play.
Thank you.
And how much we're going to miss you. We're going
I'm
to miss
going to
that
miss
character.
you too. I'm going to miss everybody. It's sad.
I mean, I don't know if
Tonight, feels like a celebration, but it's sad for all of us because we know it's the last time we'll do the red carpet together, We play poker together, though.
good.
We do. We play poker
That's a
together.
good thing.
Yeah.
What is one thing, if a parent is to do one thing, you've probably learned a lesson that you would say, if you have a son or daughter that is gay, I would say,
Listen. Listen to them when they talk to you. And listen with your heart.
and your fans. What do you have? What's coming up for you next? I heard you have a TV
I just
show.
got a job. Woohoo! I'm doing a sitcom, a comedy for NBC. We were
called
Thick and Thin.
Thick and Thin.
I'm thick.
Well, through thick and thin, we are for sure going to be watching NBC. You've gained millions of fans by being the mom that everybody will adore for the rest of our lifetimes.
Bless you, honey.
Thank
I'm
you.
the mom on this one, on the next one.
You are?
Yeah. Woohoo! I'm the mom on Thick and Thin, too.
Thank you for everything.
welcome. Thank
and
you
good
for
luck
all you
tonight and
say.
on your final season through
Thank
thick and
you.
thin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
so much.
No, thank you. Well, we got, you might remember Ted.
Yes.
Ted
and Ted, the Ted
right.
and Ted Show.
Scott Lau from Queer as Folk.
Yep.
Incredible. You've taken us through such a journey. Last season, you're walking in, saying your goodbyes to a lot of these, fellow cast members.
Sure.
What would you say, though, if you were saying goodbye to your fans? What would be the one thing you would want them to remember from this show?
I'd want them just to remember, if I'd want them to take one thing away from this show, there was a great speech I got to deliver back in the first season about how God made all of us in His image and He loves us all. I think that's the big message of Queer as Folk, a message of acceptance and equality for everyone in this country, and I hope that's the spirit that people take away from the show most of anything. But I have nothing but undying gratitude for the fans. This has been one of those cult hit kind of shows, and the fans have kept it going, and the fans have buoyed it up and have buoyed us up and have given us the strength to carry on during some very trying filming seasons up in Toronto in the middle of winter. And we couldn't have done it without all of them.
Do you have a website?
I do. ScottLowell.com.
Pretty easy.
LOWELL.com. Run by the fabulous Annie Taylor. If anybody needs a web wench, she's a good web wench.
Thank you, Ted.
Oh, thank you,
for
Ted.
Everything you've done. One fast question. How's Sparks? Michael, we just talked to Debbie, your mom.
Sharon Glass.
Sharon Glass. Just one final thing. What would you say to your fans who've been there for the last 5 years? What's one word of encouragement you might want to leave them with?
I thank them for the amount of attention that they gave to the show and their passion about how it should be handled. They through chat rooms, through emails, through letters, they always kept everybody honest. They said, this is important to me and I want it handled really well. And when it wasn't, they let us know, and I think that's spectacular.
Well, there you have it, Out of the Closet TV fans. The Queer as Folk are signing off, and they say they're going out with a bang. So you're going to have to tune in this season and see what happens with Debbie and Michael and Ben and the whole gang. Thanks for watching Out of the Closet TV. This is Ted signing off from the Regent Theater in Hollywood, California.